The world around us appears ordinary, even beautiful at times. We marvel at sunsets, feel the embrace of nature, and find moments of fleeting joy. But what if this beauty is an illusion? What if everything we know about this earth is a lie? Beneath the surface of our daily lives, hidden in ancient texts and forbidden doctrines, lies a chilling truth. Earth is not what we think it is. Far from being a paradise, it is a prison, a cleverly disguised cage. And the worst part? We've been conditioned to accept it as normal. As you look closer, you start to see the cracks in the illusion. Suffering isn't an anomaly, it's the rule. Pain, death, and despair are constants, baked into the fabric of life. What if the hell we fear is not beneath us, but all around us, woven into every moment of existence? Since the beginning of time, we have been told stories that define our existence. We are taught that Earth is a gift, a divine creation designed for us to thrive. But alternative, ancient accounts paint a different picture. Hidden texts suggest Earth is a place of exile, not creation, a realm for the rebellious, a cage for the disobedient. Consider the Book of Enoch, an ancient work omitted from the Bible. It tells of the Watchers, angels who descended to earth and brought with them chaos, corruption, and forbidden knowledge. Their fall from grace wasn't just a punishment for themselves. It marked the transformation of earth into a realm of suffering. And humanity, we are collateral damage, sharing in the sentence of these celestial rebels. The Watchers, the angels who fell, introduced knowledge that was never meant for humanity. They taught the arts of war, the secrets of the stars, and the mysteries of sorcery. At first, their gifts seemed like blessings, elevating human civilization. But soon, their true nature was revealed. These weren't tools for enlightenment, they were instruments of destruction. With them came greed, violence, and division. Entire civilizations rose and fell in their wake, each one more corrupt than the last. Humanity was trapped, ensnared by knowledge too dangerous to wield and too powerful to ignore. Beyond the Watchers lies an even darker truth, one whispered in Gnostic teachings and apocryphal texts. The earth itself is not the creation of a benevolent, all-powerful God. Instead, it was crafted by a flawed, lower being and entity known as the demiurge. This being, obsessed with control and power, designed Earth as a cage for souls. He created this material world to trap us in an endless cycle of pain, ignorance, and decay, severing our connection to the true divine source. What's worse, the demiurge believes himself to be the ultimate God, blinding humanity to the existence of a higher, more loving divine presence. Life on Earth is defined by suffering. Hunger, disease, natural disasters, and death are constants. This suffering isn't accidental or the result of human error, it's by design. The Earth, as constructed by the demiurge, ensures that no soul escapes unscathed. Every fleeting moment of joy is overshadowed by inevitable pain. It's a world where despair is not a bug, but a feature, a place where misery is baked into the fabric of existence. And yet, we are told to believe in salvation, to endure suffering with the promise of redemption. But what if that promise is just another lie? The story of Adam and Eve, as told in traditional religious teachings, paints their expulsion from Eden as the result of disobedience. But forbidden texts suggest a far darker interpretation. Their exile wasn't just a punishment, it was a deliberate condemnation. Eden was the last vestige of true paradise, and their fall marked humanity's descent into a world of endless pain and separation from the divine. Earth wasn't meant to be a temporary trial, it became a prison, designed to reflect their punishment. Every step outside Eden was a step deeper into darkness. Humanity's exile from Eden wasn't just physical, it was spiritual. According to some ancient teachings, Adam's punishment included the severing of his connection to divine wisdom. This amnesia of divine origins has been passed down through generations, leaving humanity trapped in ignorance. We toil endlessly, living in a world of labor, pain, and mortality, disconnected from the knowledge of who we truly are. Earth became a land of forgetfulness, where even the brightest moments are clouded by the shadow of what we've lost. Humanity's ignorance is reinforced by the systems and ideologies created to keep us bound. Societal structures, religions, and education systems are all tools of the demiurge. They direct our focus outward, distracting us with material pursuits and endless struggles. The promise of salvation, the fear of hell, and the allure of earthly success are all carefully designed traps. Each lifetime, we labor under these illusions, blind to the true nature of our existence. The result? A cycle of reincarnation that keeps our souls tethered to this plane, unable to ascend or reconnect with the divine source. The Watcher's fall did more than just taint humanity, it changed the earth itself. The offspring of these fallen beings, the Nephilim, wreaked havoc on the natural order. These giants were not merely physical aberrations, but spiritual disruptions, marking Earth as cursed. Their presence twisted the energy of the world, creating an imbalance that has echoed through every age. Natural disasters, unending wars, and societal decay can all be traced back to this corruption. Earth became a realm forever marred by their existence, a place where harmony was replaced by chaos. The cycle of suffering is one of the most sinister aspects of this prison. From birth to death, humanity is caught in an endless loop. We are born, we struggle, we die, and we are reborn each time, forgetting the knowledge of our past lives. This amnesia is no accident, it is part of the demiurge's design. By erasing our memories, he ensures that we cannot learn or grow spiritually. We are kept ignorant, repeating the same mistakes, never questioning why life is filled with suffering. Despite the overwhelming darkness, there is a spark of hope. Hidden within each human soul is a fragment of the divine source, a piece of the infinite and loving Creator. This divine spark is our key to liberation. It is the part of us that yearns for truth, the whisper that tells us we are more than this earthly existence. But the demiurge has gone to great lengths to suppress this spark. Through fear, distraction, and pain, he ensures that we never recognize the light within ourselves. Religion, often seen as a path to salvation, can be one of the greatest tools of control. Many doctrines reinforce the narrative of sin, punishment, and the need for obedience. They promise salvation in the afterlife, but only if we submit to their rules in this life. These teachings often divert our attention from the suffering of this world, encouraging us to accept it as part of a divine plan. But what if this plan is a lie? What if these doctrines are meant to keep us docile, preventing us from challenging the prison we live in? The concept of hell has been one of the most effective psychological traps ever created. We are told to fear eternal damnation, to live our lives in constant anxiety about what awaits us after death. This fear keeps us obedient, focused on avoiding punishment rather than seeking truth. But what if hell is not a place we go to after we die? What if it is the reality we are already living? Every moment of struggle, every ounce of pain. What if this is the true hell, and the promise of an afterlife is just another layer of the illusion? The Book of Enoch reveals a chilling possibility. The rebellious angels were not cast into some distant abyss. Instead, they were bound here, on earth, to endure their punishment. Their fall marked the earth as a place of torment, not just for them, but for humanity as well. The Watchers, their offspring, and their defiance reshaped reality, creating a world that resonates with their suffering. Humanity, in living alongside these beings, shares in their cursed existence. Throughout history, certain texts and teachings have been banned or labeled heretical. Why? Because they contain truths that threaten the demiurge's control. Works like the Book of Enoch, the Gnostic Gospels, and other apocryphal writings reveal the hidden nature of our existence. They speak of liberation, of reconnecting with the divine source. But these teachings have been buried, their authors silenced, and their followers persecuted. The goal: to keep humanity blind to the prison it inhabits. Breaking free from the prison of earth begins with understanding the illusion. The first step is to question everything: our beliefs, our systems, and the reality we perceive. Liberation requires knowledge, not just of the external world, but of the self. The ancient concept of Gnosis, deep, Transformative inner understanding is the key to escaping this cosmic trap. It is through Gnosis that we can rediscover our divine origins and see the earth for what it truly is. True liberation is not just about individual awakening. Humanity's collective suffering is intertwined, and only through unity can we begin to dissolve the chains that bind us. The demiurge thrives on division, on fear, hatred, and isolation. But by embracing empathy and compassion, we can begin to heal the fractures among us. Together, we can challenge the systems of control and rediscover the power of the divine spark within all of us. The idea that Earth is a prison is unsettling, but what makes it more terrifying is how carefully designed the trap is. Every aspect of existence seems to play a role in keeping us bound. From the moment we are born, we are placed in a system that demands our attention, our energy, and our compliance. We are raised to pursue goals that ultimately serve no higher purpose, accumulating wealth, striving for success, and clinging to fleeting happiness. And even in moments of despair, we are told to trust the process, to believe that our suffering will lead to redemption. But what if this trust is misplaced? What if the system is rigged to ensure that we never question its purpose? This endless cycle of work, struggle, and death is not a test of faith. It's a mechanism of control. The Gnostics believed that the demiurge not only created Earth, but actively manipulates it. His tools are not just systems of control, but fear and deception. He thrives on our ignorance, feeding on the energy of souls trapped in perpetual cycles of pain. He created religions to enforce submission, governments to establish order, and societal expectations to maintain compliance. Every rebellion is met with overwhelming force, and every act of defiance is drowned in waves of distraction. The demiurge doesn't just want obedience, he wants worship. By convincing humanity that he is the true God, he ensures that we never look beyond his shadow to the infinite light of the true divine source. As unsettling as the idea of the demiurge is, there is an even more insidious layer to this prison. The Watchers, though punished for their rebellion, still exist as part of this world. Bound to Earth, they continue to exert their influence subtly and destructively. They are the whispers in the dark, the unseen hands guiding humanity toward ruin. Their forbidden knowledge still permeates our reality, shaping our thoughts and decisions without us even realizing it. The wars we wage, the weapons we create, and the technologies we develop all carry their fingerprints. These fallen beings don't just exist alongside us, they thrive on the chaos they've sown. Earth's suffering is not just random or meaningless. It serves a purpose in the grand scheme of the demiurge's design. Every ounce of pain, every tear shed, every drop of blood spilled fuels his power. The despair of humanity is like a river that flows directly into his domain, strengthening his control over this realm. And yet, we are blind to this connection. We see our struggles as personal failures, our tragedies as isolated events. In truth, they are part of a vast, interconnected system of suffering, where every individual loss contributes to the larger mechanism of control. But even in this darkness, there are forces that work to break the cycle. Hidden among us are those who have glimpsed the truth. These individuals, often dismissed as mystics or visionaries, carry fragments of ancient knowledge, remnants of teachings that predate the demiurge's dominion. They speak of Gnosis, a direct understanding of our divine origins. Unlike traditional knowledge, which can be manipulated and suppressed, Gnosis is experiential. It is the undeniable awareness of one's true self and the realization that the chains binding us are not physical but spiritual. This Gnosis is not easily attained. It requires breaking free from the illusions of this world, stripping away every belief, every fear, and every attachment that keeps us bound. It is a painful process, one that demands complete honesty and courage. To face the truth is to confront the possibility that everything you've ever known is a lie. The systems we trust, the comforts we cling to, and even the identities we hold dear, all of them must be questioned. Only by letting go of these illusions can we begin to see the world for what it truly is. The journey toward liberation is deeply personal, but it is also universal. As individuals awaken, They create ripples that spread through humanity. The light of Gnosis, once ignited, cannot be extinguished. It reveals the cracks in the demiurge's illusion, weakening his hold on this realm. But this awakening is not without its challenges. The forces of darkness will fight to keep humanity asleep, using every tool at their disposal: fear, distraction, and even violence. To awaken is to step into a battlefield where every step toward freedom is met with resistance. Beyond the personal awakening lies a greater truth: humanity's collective power. The demiurge thrives on division, keeping us isolated and at odds with one another. But when we unite, we become unstoppable. Empathy and compassion are the keys to this unity. By lifting each other up, by sharing our struggles and triumphs, we dissolve the barriers that have kept us apart. Together, we can challenge the systems of control and begin to dismantle the prison that has held us for millennia. Liberation does not mean escaping Earth physically. It is a transformation of the soul, a realization that the prison is not made of stone, but of belief. To transcend is to see the world for what it truly is, and to choose not to be bound by its illusions. This does not mean abandoning the world, but living within it with a new perspective. Those who awaken become beacons of light, guiding others toward the path of liberation. They are not free because they leave the prison. They are free because they see beyond it. The final step toward liberation is understanding the power of choice. The demiurge's greatest weapon is the illusion that we are powerless. But the truth is, we hold the keys to our own freedom. By embracing Gnosis, we reclaim our birthright as divine beings. We see the world not as a place of suffering, but as a temporary challenge, a step on a greater journey. The chains that once bound us become meaningless, and we walk forward with clarity and purpose. As more souls awaken, the prison begins to crumble. The demiurge's power, once absolute, weakens with every act of defiance, every moment of clarity. The illusion that has held humanity captive for so long starts to fade, revealing the infinite light of the divine source. This is not the end of the battle, but the beginning of a new era, a time when humanity will no longer be bound by fear and ignorance. The forces of darkness will not go quietly. They will fight to maintain their control, using every tactic imaginable to sow doubt and despair. But their power is not infinite. The demiurge's reign is built on lies, and the truth is its greatest enemy. With every soul that awakens, his dominion weakens. Humanity is no longer powerless. It is rising, reclaiming its divine heritage, and stepping into its true potential. The story of Earth is not just a tale of suffering. It is a journey of transformation. From the depths of despair, humanity has the power to ascend, to reconnect with the infinite light of the divine source. This is not an end, but a new beginning. The prison walls are not eternal, and the spark within us is far greater than the shadows that surround us. Liberation is not just possible, it is inevitable. Together, we rise, not as prisoners, but as beings of light, destined to transcend the illusion and embrace our true divine nature.